Welcome back to the Fire 15 Player Series presented by TrueCar.
Carlos, from a young age, when he came out of college, he brought a lot of stability in the back. And for me, he was the best defender, from the MLS side. But for us, he was a big part of our organization in the beginning parts of the years.
For him, he was just huge. He was huge in the air. He was just a goal scorer on set pieces and corners. And then defensively, he was just a tough guy to get around. Any ball in the air, you knew he was going to climb up and win it.
Part of it was his speed. He had some good speed. Part of it was just his toughness. He's a strong guy. He had some bulk to him. There were so many good guys on that team, good leaders, strong professionals, and he was able to. He was a good learner. He learned a lot from those guys.
It's nice to look back on the days when he was here and see just how he's progressed from there, because he was good here, and you knew he was going to eventually be a real top international player. Yeah, it was really nice that Brian McBride could finish his career in Chicago. I mean, the 2 years he was with the Fire, I think he was 36 and 37 years old.
He brought a great level of education to the young guys, and I know personally he was a huge impact. He had a huge impact on my game.
I think it was really important for us as a locker room and players to experience a guy that has played at the highest level, in Europe and in England and with the national team, and what it really truly means, to be a pro and to carry yourself every single day. And
he knew the game inside and out, and we can see the impact he brought into this team. He's not only his finishing, but his hard work. He's always doing his defensive job and setting a great example for us, the young guys, to follow.
In Chicago, he's a Chicago icon, and the fact that the Fire did bring him back and let him finish his career was really a good thing for both the team and for Brian, I think.
Yeah, Zach obviously had a great career here too as well. Big personality, big presence, and really a natural leader.
And he was the only goalkeeper that I knew at one point that had the competitiveness in training and in games. He's obviously a big presence back there.
Zach is a big personality, but the personality showed up most when it counted in the biggest games, and he made the biggest saves in the biggest games.
He was tough in the locker room. He was a guy that he would keep everybody honest and crack jokes about them, or make them, think about the plays that they made during some of their games, whether he's saying it in a joke or he's actually meaning it for them to understand that they've got to be better. He was just a guy you always knew behind you was going to be backing you up.
For me, on-field personality means now, what kind of competitor are you? What kind of plays do you make? How do you help your team get stronger in the toughest moments? And that was 100% Zach.
Stay tuned to Chicago-Fire.com for future installments of the Fire 15 Players as we lead up to the club's 15th anniversary match on October 3rd at Toyota Park.